Hi, everybody. Welcome again to Wingman Wisdom. I am the RV Wingman. If you're going, I smell bacon. Well, I wonder why. You know what? Whenever I pull this shirt out of the closet, I'm in the mood for bacon. My cholesterol goes up. So, hey, if you're interested in finding out where I buy my shirts or contacting any of the people that I do business with, click the word more in the description below. It'll open up. You'll be able to know, how to get these shirts or how to contact some of my Wingman approved dealers. And of course, you'll get my email address as well. So thank you for joining me today. Today's message is for anybody who has purchased an RV in the last, 10 years, 15 years, especially in the last couple of years. There are some things that RV dealers, they know, but almost certainly you don't know. I often stress the importance of buying the RV, whatever RV you buy it from the right dealer. Sometimes I think buying from the right dealer is more important than buying the right RV. Why is that? Well, if you buy from the wrong dealer, you could end up getting something that you don't expect. You could end up getting a booby prize. Ron, I think that one of the biggest things people need to understand is that when they buy an RV, the warranty on an RV is not the same as it is on an automobile. But
Yeah.
all too often, people don't understand. They relate, well, I've got a warranty, so they think it's like their Ford F-150 warranty, but it's not. Can you talk a little bit about that, please?
Oh, yeah. The warranty on a regular motor vehicle is a real warranty, so to speak. And the companies behind them actually live up to their warranties too. And they're written in such a way that you can pretty well understand what your rights are. Then you take a look at an RV warranty, and it's a totally different situation. The warranties quite often run for pages at a time. But even a 1, 2, or 3 pager can still have a lot of traps in it to keep you from being able to legally do anything. So you're really relying not so much on the warranty as you are on the people that you're dealing with, whether it's at the factory, at the dealership, either way. And that is far more important because the warranty that you get for an RV, it's got a lot of legal problems. In fact, you would have more legal rights to do something about a bad RV if they didn't give you that warranty that they give you.
But it doesn't seem to reason to me. I mean, I would think that the industry would have something that, you buy an RV here from the dealer X and you travel 500 miles and you need some work done on it, warranty work, dealer Y would fix it. But that's not necessarily the case, or is it?
No, not really. A lot of dealers have the philosophy that the customer who bought the RV from them goes to the head of whatever line there may be at the service department. So if you're out of town, you got a real problem in terms of making sure you can get it dealt with pretty quickly. But even if you do, they don't have nearly the vested interest in your satisfaction as an RV owner that the dealer who sold it to you has got.
And so what I'm hearing you say is there's a warranty situation, that the warranties are different on RVs than they are on automotive vehicles. And also the franchise agreements that dealers have with their manufacturers is way different than it is in the automotive industry. Can you talk about that?
It really is. That, in fact, there is no such thing as a franchise agreement between an RV company and their dealers who sell the units. What they do is they have an agreement to sell those units for a certain market area, but that's not the franchise, the way franchise laws are written and the way Detroit writes up their franchise agreements. It's a whole different responsibility to the owner.
Example, give me one.
If you buy a car,
yeah.
Okay, if you buy a new car any place, let's suppose that you buy it in Pittsburgh and you've got family in Nebraska. And so you want to drive there. First of all, you're probably going to get there in the new car. That may be one difference all by itself without any problems. But if you have a problem when you get to Nebraska, well, the local dealer for that manufacturer's brand can take care of it with no problems. And they probably have parts on hand, or they can get them expedited and delivered overnight pretty quick to fix any problem. Now, if instead of a car, you bought an RV in Pittsburgh and it was from a dealer who sells that brand, that's the dealer who owes you any kind of responsibility and will try to live up to it because they feel like you're their customer. But then you drive over on your way to Nebraska and you have problems, and so you have to stop at some other dealer who sells that brand. That dealer doesn't owe you much of anything. they can actually put you at the end of the line or not even put you in the line. And there's not a lot you can do about that. It's a whole different legal obligation to the owner of the RV, even though you pay a whole lot more for that RV than you might have for that pickup truck.
What you just said, I have articulated many times over the years, and it's unbelievable how people just don't know. They just don't understand until I guess it hits home.
Yeah, they don't know it because nobody's telling them out there. So the RV dealer sure isn't going to tell them. And the industry itself doesn't like that fact getting too well known, because then you're going to have second doubts, or you as a buyer are going to demand more of the factory and of the dealerships than what you do.
But there are dealers out there. In fact, I work with some of them. There are some dealers out there that if you did go from Pittsburgh to Nebraska and you had a breakdown, that they would literally pick up the phone and talk to the same brand of RV, the dealer over there, and say, look, this is a good customer. Let's figure it out and send me the bill. Or they will try to get them on the road as quickly as possible. Now, not everybody does that, but there are some decent dealers out there.
Oh, yeah, there really are. You know, there are some dealers who actually still care about that customer being their customer. And if you're really lucky and you buy from that dealership, man, you got to remember that's where your loyalty is.
What should RV buyers know if they're going to buy an RV this year? I mean, as compared with years past, or is it the same old thing?
It's pretty much the same old thing. There may be more supply now than there was during COVID and a little less demand, but last year was a record-busting year for the RV industry. This year, the predictions are that the sales are going to go down somewhat. So dealers are going to have probably a little more stock on hand than they might have had. But you got to also still remember the quality level. That quality level hasn't changed a whole lot. I only know of one manufacturer that has put in place the requirement that a PDI, pre-delivery inspection, actually be done on every RV that they build new before it leaves the factory. That's not something the industry is very apt to grab a hold of and do. But there is one manufacturer that actually does that. And that can make a big difference in terms of getting the quality put into the RV for sure before it leaves the factory. Most of them are still building them just like they always did.
I have been to several RV shows this year, and I can't tell you how many RVs I've walked in, brand new RVs, and you open a drawer or a door and you look down, there's sawdust on the floor. Yeah. You get it. You look in the storage compartments. It's like, didn't they look at this before the customer looks at it? What? I just don't get it. There are so many people that manufacturers, I guess, that just throw it out there to the dealer, and then the dealer just takes it and puts it out there to the consumer. Not all of them again, but a lot of them. I couldn't believe it. And pieces of trim falling off. It was an embarrassment, I think.
Yeah, and it ought to be an embarrassment, frankly. And I can't tell you how many times I have heard of that exact scenario where when they get into the RV and they start doing things, opening drawers, pulling out something to put something behind it, plugging in appliances, whatever, and they find the debris and the dust and the sawdust and whatever of the manufacturing process was never really cleaned out. You don't find that in a car. And the reason is because they try not to let it be there. In the RV industry, I think they're building them a little too fast, and the quality is taking second place on getting them out the door and making them money from selling them.
I want to end this story with a couple of things. First off, the reality. The reality is dealers know that most people will not read their RV warranty. They don't read it until it is too late, and then they end up being in what I call RV purgatory. I don't want that happening to you, but if you have a problem with your RV, if you know someone that has a problem with their RV, do not go hire a lawyer. The first thing I want you to do is go and have a professional RV Lemon lawyer evaluate your situation. And you can do that over here at Ron. I call this a public service announcement. He has at rvlemonlaw.com. I'm going to put a link to it. There it is on the screen. This is it. Go to RV Lemon Law Claim Review. You fill out this information, and a real lawyer, real RV Lemon lawyer, you got to fill out all this information. You cannot give them too much info, but give them this specific stuff. and submit it. And down here it says that I understand contacting the firm through this website does not create an attorney-client relationship. But this is a free service that the Burdge Law Office provides. I think it is critically important. I mentioned it's like a public service announcement. Don't go spend money with a lawyer if you don't need to. But if you need one, a good one, Ron Burdge is a pretty good one to check out. At least I think he is. The other thing is, if you're going to buy an RV or sell an RV, I'd like you to download my free RV report. We have combined them. Whether you're buying an RV or you're selling an RV, I don't want you getting ripped off. I don't want you having a lemon RV. And you can get that new report right now at my website. Go to freervreport.com. Put it all together, freervreport.com. If you missed these links and you'd like to, contact me or get a hold of people, including my Wingman approved dealers, click the word more in the description below. It'll open up. You'll be able to click over from there. Of course, my email address is there, and I appreciate each and every person who makes a comment or sends me a note. Thank you so much for watching. I got lots more with Ron Burdge in the weeks to come. I appreciate you watching. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman. Be safe, have fun, play nice, and don't leave your good manners at home.